almost 80% of companies in the UAE would be family business because they used to be majority owned by a local, okay, with the agency agreement. Now that is let go of partially, but still most companies around here, if you go and try to study, you would realize that he is only a shareholder and majority on paper, but not really in life. So then what's the definition of family business in this context? There are very popular family business definitions that say, well, a family business is a family business if a family is in control of the business, and there are at least 2 or 3 generations that are involved in the business. This is probably a very popular definition of what a family business is. I can say that a generally acceptable definition of a family business is where there is a consortium of members linked socially, either through marriage or through bloodline, that have a shared vision for a business activity and want to pursue the vision and have the ability to control or influence the direction of that business. But in general, their emotion when it comes to loyalty, their branding, them sticking into certain industries, them maintaining their employees, all of these non-financially driven decisions are very important to people. Decision making is centered across one person or very limited individuals. So decision making is relatively faster. Some people think so, which is at times a wise thing. 23-year-old average company age, still with third generation with no governance. Most studies say that if a family business, and this is where a lot of conflicting messages come, is it better to give it to an outsider, an expert, and is it better led by a family business or family member, or is it better led by a professional? Take a vision, and how do you translate a vision into, and using a tool is through governance. So the family has a vision. They want to become X sized in the economy within X amount of years. How would you do that? Starts with setting up governance. And governance covers family, covers business, across all layers. Dubai currency is linked back to the dollar. Dubai has the following geopolitical issues. Dubai is sensitive to oil prices. Dubai is sensitive to surrounding countries' development strategy. So where the businesses in Dubai are affected by externally are very different than businesses even in Abu Dhabi, affected, or in Saudi, or in Zimbabwe, or in. So a lot of people, when looking at a family business, they immediately jump into succession, which is very important. Or they immediately jump into setting up a family charter, or a board, but very few stop for a minute, take a step back, and then, because you can do all of that, but the business still fails. Well-being is way more important than anything else. More important than being happy, more important than being rich, more important than being successful, being intellectual. It's well-being, a sense of satisfaction, a sense of peace. We care for family businesses' success and well-being. We care for you, we care for your success, we care for your well-being. How can we look at the context city, the country that we are in? How can I look at it and see if it supports a family business? And when I say it as a context, I mean the role of the government, the role of the financial market. Is the government supportive? Are they more of a guider or more of an influencer? Or are they competing with you as a family? Do you trust the government as a family